All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, we are live in full effect right here, right now, and we got the one and only. We got self-made legend. He is a phenomenal, talented individual, and he is making some massive waves within the music industry. He is the one and only Brian J. How you doing this evening?
Yo, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? DJ Mortal, how's it going?
I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. I first and foremost have to say, man, I have been vibing to your music. We've been loving it down here in Canada, man. So I'm excited to see what transpires for Brian J in 2021.
Man, same here, brother. Hey, what's up, Canada? How y'all doing?
We're doing pretty good, man. We're just trying to stay positive. We're currently on a I don't know what everywhere else in Canada, but here in Ontario, we're in a state of emergency lockdown. So we're still at the bottom tier.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I gotta ask you though, Brian, like taking you back to the very beginning, man, I gotta ask you what actually inspired you to get into the music industry initially?
All right, so, it's crazy, man. Like, growing up, uh, we had Sugar Free, the legend, coming out of Pomona, and he put it down for the town, man. It gave a lot of us hope, you know what I'm saying? So, I actually had a CD Walkman player, you know what I'm saying, with the anti-skip, with the FM AM radio, and I heard this man play, and I was like, his CD was inspired, and I was like, man, this dude is from Pomona, you know what I'm saying? So it gave us like a little bit of hope that we can do that same type of thing, you know what I mean? But it was a little bit difficult, back then. Everything was a little bit more expensive. It wasn't as accessible as it was today, of course, you know what I mean? So I played ball a little bit, I went into playing sports, and then I got an opportunity to write and manage my cousin, and it just took off from there, man. Like just being behind the scenes of the music industry, being producing, writing, just everything that I got a chance to do. I learned the business part first, so it was just an easy transition when I made the transition from me being an artist.
And also as well, man, speaking of management, you were actually managed by one of the industry's finest by the name of Teddy Ballgame. And I was wondering, how did yourself and Teddy get connected? And of course, man, what is it like working with an industry vet like him?
Man, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Just how the cards aligned, everything that just worked out. It just happened to be at the right place, the right time, and the right people involved. Um, I was working with Sugar Free. You know what I mean? Like I was his artist, so we were in the studio a lot. You know what I mean? And being in that same circle, like they was able to see what I was doing and the passion behind what I was doing. And this dude, took a big chance on me, and I'm forever in debt for him.
And also as well, man, speaking of Sugar Free, I actually noticed that you guys have a new project out together as well. I have to ask you, can you tell our listeners a bit more about this project? And for people that haven't already snagged themselves a copy, how can they go about getting that version with yourself and Sugar Free?
Yeah, man. Over this last year and a half, we've been collecting a ton of music together. Just being in the studio, being able to learn from Sugar Free, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So just being in the presence of greatness, in the presence of a legend, you just got to sit back and you learn. And that's exactly what I was doing. I've been able to perfect my craft. I'm still growing, still having the passion behind it. And that all comes from seeing it from one of the best that has ever done it, right? So our project, what we have going, I have an album that's going to be coming out soon called Pomona Virus, and Sugar Free's all over the project. So one, Sugar Free put out a album called Group Therapy. So if you guys have not gotten that yet, go ahead and stream that, download that, do whatever you can, show that support. There's a lot of artists on there. I had 2 tracks on there that did pretty well. Level Up and It's Nothing, both featuring Sugar Free. And then also we put out my first single, which was Roll Call. Now, Roll Call, we did a video November, and it just sprouted, man. It went crazy. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, go ahead on YouTube, type in Brian J, Brian J, and then type in Roll Call. Now, Roll Call features not only the legendary Sugar Free, but I have my man from Pomona, another legend within his own right, Pomona Young, and then also a legend in the game, J.O. Felony. And that was produced by Speraza. And, you know what I mean? It caught on. It grew wings. And here we are today, man. We're about to release a new remix on Friday, as a matter of fact, for Roll Call. And that's going to be available on all streaming platforms. So if you guys haven't heard it yet, on Friday, make sure you guys go cop that. It's going to be under Brian J., Sugar Free, J.O. Felony, Pomona Young. We're doing it big, man.
And I have to ask you as well, man, how did you actually get connected with J.O. Felony, man? Because he must have been a phenomenal individual to be in the studio with. We ended up interviewing him here on the radio station about in 2019, and probably one of the most nicest individuals I had the opportunity of interviewing.
Definitely, man. Somebody from his caliber, you know, take a chance on somebody like myself. Again, that was really big of him. He is really a really great, genuine dude. I actually met him on New Year's Eve of 2020, and it was actually at the Sugar Free show. I believe he performed prior from Sugar Free going on, and that's when Sugar Free actually signed me to Bus Clinic. And so we was outside, and I seen him, and I was like, man, I had to go up to him, you know what I mean? I had my fan moment. Went up, talked to him, was like, yo, you know what I mean, I just got signed with Sugar Free. I would love to work with you. And he was like, man, let's go. So it was just like that, man, you know what I mean? You know, just the respect that he has for, you know, Sugar Free, and, you know, that just opened the door. And, you know what I mean, he took on, man, like, he's been real cool, like, giving me a lot of, just a lot of game, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, pointing little things out to me. Just been real cool, man. J.O. Family's a real one.
And also as well, man, taking you back to the year 2018, you actually dropped the phenomenal single titled Pour Champagne. I was wondering if you can tell our listeners, what's the story and inspiration behind that phenomenal single?
Man, Pour Champagne, brother, like, that was me and my crew. So let's rewind it back. Like, I was behind the scenes for a long time, and I worked with a lot of artists, Sandoti, Street Kid, and then myself. Speraza was on the track. He produced that, and I heard it, and I was like, man, this is a hit. You know, just bringing like everybody together. KO also was in that on that track. Shout out to all of them. You know, and I heard that beat. I was like, man, this is it. Like, you know what I mean? This is it. So Pour Champagne, man, it's just like, it's a celebration. You know what I mean? And that's what we need to do in hip-hop now. You know, we got to celebrate our times. We got to celebrate the people that's in our lives. And that's exactly what that is. You know what I mean? Like, just representing, popping that bottle, you know, actually having fun in this industry.
And also, man, along with your business partner, Raymond Ortiz, you actually transformed 3782 Productions LLC into a multi-faced company, man. I was wondering if you can tell our listeners a bit more about that company, and of course, how did yourself and Raymond get connected? Because I gotta say, just that question alone just sounds like it has such a rich story behind it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, to tell you the truth, it has, man. You know, in 2019. I was actually living in Las Vegas, and Raymond, that's my brother. You know what I mean? That's my brother-in-law. So what we did was, you know, you heard the track, he heard Pour Champagne, he heard a couple other songs that I did in like mid-December of 2018, and when he heard it, he was just like, "Yo, you know, what are you doing? Like, this is what you need to be doing." And you know, like he really gave me that confidence into really dropping everything that I had going on. You know, I quit my 9 to 5, came back out to Cali, was with my family, and you know what I'm saying? We built the 3782 Productions. 3782 is actually not only is music, it's we do music videos, production. Not only that, we do graphic design. We already have our T-shirts and our merch going on. There's a lot of things that we have that we're doing. We're a one-stop shop. So anything that needs to be done in this music industry, we definitely can provide that to the masses. But yeah, me and Ray, man, that's my part.
And I gotta say as well, it sounds like you guys most definitely have that company nailed down, man. So people that don't already know, make sure you actually give them a follow and most definitely stay updated, man, because Brian J and Raymond are most definitely doing some big things.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to Ray.
And also, man, in 2019, you actually released personally my favorite single by you, which is actually titled "Check Yourself." And I was wondering, well, what's the story behind that phenomenal single? And of course, like, is it still available to actually be purchased today?
Oh yeah, most definitely. All of it is available for purchase now. You can go ahead on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever your preference. Go ahead and put Brian J. Type that in, BRIANJ, and then check yourself. So what I wanted to do, honestly, coming into the game is just getting back to the basics, right? So giving the artists flowers when they're here. Ice Cube was a big influence on a lot of the game. So it was me personally just giving that props back to what started me. You know what I'm saying? The people that came before me, I just wanted to pay it forward, and that's what Check Yourself was. It was just basically just giving flowers to Ice Cube, and it turned out really well. It did well. It was fun doing. That was one of our first videos that we actually shot. We shot ourselves, mixed, edited, put our video out, and it did really well. It did very well. On TikTok, people doing videos and dances to it. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better result.
And also, going back to your new album here for a few moments, I was wondering, man, what can our listeners expect from your brand new album when it does drop to the general public? Because I know you probably can't let too many cats out of the bag. You got to keep some secrets, of course. But if you can, let our listeners know what they can expect from this phenomenal project.
All right, so off top, Pomona Virus. Like, if you really think about the title, we went through a lot of things this last year and a half as a people. You know what I mean? So the coronavirus, a lot of people that started 2019 are unfortunately are not with us now. But we learned a lot from coronavirus, right? So we had to get back to the basics, and that's exactly what this album is doing. It put me in a place where, I was like listening to like what I fell in love with in the first place. The 90s hip hop, the mid 2000s, like that's what inspired me, right? And that's the way what continues to inspire me. So it's just just giving the flowers to what we need to be doing, and that's what hip hop was in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unexpected, but it's feelings. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what Pomona Virus is doing. It's taking getting us back to the basics, having fun. Just it's an upscale of emotions that was poured in behind it. So it's gonna be fun, man. You want to listen to it from start to finish, and you're not gonna be disappointed, man. Definitely.
And I gotta ask as well, what is next for Brian J, man? Because I know right now with the new record and the new work you have going on with Sugar Free, like, you guys clearly have some amazing stuff going on in 2021. But is there anything I happen to miss? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still have you here live on the 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM airwaves.
Oh man, we got a chance to form a lot of like positive partnerships. Pure Categories, if you guys looked at that, there's a CBD company. It was huge on assisting with certain things that if you're into, just go ahead and look that up. Pure Categories. That was a big opportunity for us to partner with them. Not only that, we're working on Pomona Virus, and we have about 3 other albums that are ready to go right away. So we've just been working. Like this last year and a half, it's been like this, again, just getting to our hustle. You know what I mean? Like sitting down, perfecting our craft, learning more, and being able to communicate that and put that out to the mass and to the fans. That's what we're planning on doing. Just continue to flood the market. On top of that, any other business opportunities, we're looking into the movies. So we're we got a lot of things going on. The film industry is going to be booming. So we're looking to shoot our first movie as well. So I mean, there's a lot of things going on, man.
But also, Brian, this is the time in the interview quickly, right before I wrap things up, that I give a chance for the individual that does happen to slide into the radio station airwaves. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. But most of all, man, your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and stay updated everything Brian J if they're not already doing so.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Guys, everybody check me out on Instagram at Brian BRIAN J_909. You know, from representing that Pomona life. You know what I'm saying? From Pomona, shout out to everybody from Pomona. I want to shout out a couple people, man. I Get Out of Music. I Get Out of Media Group. That's the label that we are being distributed under. Shout out to DJ, the infamous Amadeus, out in New York, State 45. Shout them out. Of course, shout out my partner Ray. Teddy Ballgame, man. The best things that happened this last year. Sugar Free, of course, the legend. You know, thank you for taking me under your wing. Shout out to Speraza, my partner. You know, I mean, he's one of the best producers that has done it in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So he's actually produced 98% of my album. So look out for him, Speraza. Just shout out to the whole team, man. Bus Clan.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, Brian, thank you so much, man, for just taking the time out of your busy evening and sliding into the 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM airwaves, man. It was an honor and most definitely a privilege. And hopefully down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon.
Hey, you know what? I want to shout you out as well, man. Y'all doing your thing, man. I appreciate the time, the effort, the energy, everything that you guys putting into it for the culture. You guys are doing an amazing job. If you guys ain't checking them out, you know, follow me. Anybody that's listening, that's my listeners, make sure y'all tap in with them. They're doing an awesome job, man. So shout you guys out, man. Bless.
I gotta say, man, I appreciate the love, man. I really do. Thank you so much. I just do it for the love of hip hop, and I ain't gonna stop until the wheels fall off. And when they do fall off, I'm gonna get my ass out of the car and put them back on and keep on trucking.
That's right. That's right. Hey, you know, don't forget to mark your calendars. This Friday, Roll Call the Remix is coming out. Roll Call the Remix coming out on all platforms. Make sure y'all go there, cop that. Me, Brian J, Super Free, J.O. Felony, Pomona Pimpin' Young. Go!
Most definitely, either you get it or you most definitely will regret it, ladies and gentlemen.